Please be straight. Oh no. Is that even straight? Guys, help me. I don't know how to make this straight. I think it's good. Okay, if it's not good, then ignore it. Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for stumbling across this channel miraculously. My name's Sydney, and this is my attempt at starting a booktube channel. So thanks for being here. I wanted to take this opportunity to answer some questions from the Booktube Newbie tag. So it seems like a good first video to make, I guess. So, why did you start this channel? I don't freaking know. I mean, I'm bored and I already read a lot, and I was like, why not just like film myself reading? The logical conclusion. No, actually, I do really like reading, and I would love a place to put my thoughts when it comes to reading, and actually like give it to people who want to hear it instead of my poor family that's like, hey, I don't care. This is not straight. Oh please, this tripod is has seen better days. Okay, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to YouTube besides myself? I would love to make a bunch of challenge content because that's my favorite kind of booktube to watch. So that can be fun. I don't know about unique, but maybe I can come up with my own challenges or something. That'll be definitely fun. What are you most excited about for the channel? I think I'm excited for actually experiencing a book community online. I'm like never on social media, and so I think it could be fun to actually venture into that and see what everyone is up to, what everyone's doing, and they actually like the things that I like, so that would be fantastic. Why do you love reading? I mean, what's there not to love about it, man? I think writing is such an art, and I love studying that and like experiencing what the author is trying to make you experience. It's so cool and it's so immersive. I love the escapism of it because you can just experience a completely different person, a completely different world, and magic and all that stuff. It's like so much more rich when you read. I'm pretty sure there's a quote somewhere that's like, a reader lives 1,000 lives or something. I really feel that because if I wasn't reading, I would just be living my boring old life here in northern Kentucky instead of fighting dragons and freaking, what's a fantasy world name? I can't even, what's the fantasy world in front of glass? Aurelia. Who wants to stay in northern Kentucky when I could be in Aurelia? Damaging everything. Sorry about that. What book series got you into reading? I think when I was really young, like in grade school, I loved Percy Jackson. And then in middle school, I actually got into like YA fantasy, and then I kind of stopped reading for high school because I was so busy. But then now that I'm out of high school, what got me back into reading was the Throne of Glass series. So it means a lot to me, this series. That's why it's in such a prevalent place on my bookshelf because it's so great. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? How do you read so fast? I don't understand it. How can you read like a book a day? I can't imagine. Also, how do you stay up for 24 hours and read for the whole time? I mean, I'm gonna put myself through that probably at some point, but like, how do you do it? Because I'm about to do that. My favorite booktubers, I mean, like the first one that I watched was Throne of Pages, and I think she's hilarious, and I love her challenge content because she actually like does the challenges. No shade to anyone else, but like, yeah, she does the challenges even though she's like suffering and dying, and it's kind of fun to watch her suffer. I'm like shooting myself in the foot right now because I'm gonna have to put my suffering out there into the ether for you guys, and I don't know if I'm ready for that, but I guess we'll see. I also love Katie's reading. I think that her aesthetic is like perfect for a booktube channel, and I want to ask her how she achieves that because that's amazing. Also, how do you write so well? Your handwriting is so good and I want it. What challenges will be the hardest with booktube? Does it mean like reading challenges or like just challenges in general? I mean, I do think it'll be hard to stay up for 24 hours straight. I've done it before for like school, but never for reading, so that's gonna be interesting. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure it's gonna be entertaining. I think also time management, because like I said, like booktubers have to read so much and so quickly. I don't know how they do it, but I'm gonna figure it out. It's gonna be a learning process. I also don't know how to edit yet. I don't know if that's TMI, if I want to like let you guys know that so you don't have trust in me, but like this will be the first video I edited. I hope Editing Sydney is having a good time right now. When did you start reading? Like from the very beginning? Like how old was I? I mean, I was a pretty early reader. It was like the only thing I was like early development in. I think I started reading at like 5 or 6, like Narnia. Is that what this question is asking? Or like when did I start like reading. Like I said, I picked up YA fantasy in middle school and it changed my life. And then high school came around and like kicked my butt so hard that I couldn't read anymore. And then now that I'm free, I can actually read and it's great. So it's kind of a tough question. I've like had different reading seasons in my life. Where do you read? Like where in my house? I read on my bed and on this big fluffy chair that I have. I like reading in the library, I guess. Yeah. What kinds of books do you read? I kind of was mentioning I love fantasy. That's definitely my favorite genre of all time. YA fantasy, adult fantasy, obviously like YA is easier to read. It's like easier to get through, but like adult fantasy has the best stories and characters and world building and everything and I can't get enough of it. I have recently got into sci-fi because I read Red Rising and I didn't know I liked sci-fi until I read that book and I was blown away. My head was blown off, actually. Yeah, it changed my world. I gave it like, if I could give it more than 5 stars, I would, but yeah, 5 stars. Yeah, so fantasy, sci-fi. I'm trying to get into contemporary romance. I would love to be into contemporary romance because those books are way shorter than fantasy and I love to like just bust through them. I'm planning on making some videos of me like actually entering into the contemporary fantasy or contemporary romance world because I haven't really done that a whole lot yet. So yeah, looking forward to that. Is that the last question? It is the last question. Oh, that's so sad for you. You're gonna like not be able to see me anymore. No, just kidding. I'm gonna come back. Don't worry about it. I am planning a lot of videos for this channel, so make sure to stay tuned and stay updated. Subscribe if you want to be notified for the next time I post. I feel so YouTubey right now asking you to subscribe after just one video. But yeah, subscribe and like. It'll really help me out, and make sure to follow up with this channel if you want to be entertained. Okay, that's it. Bye. Bye.